Hi, my Divine Money peeps. How are you today? Happy Tuesday. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so excited that I'm here. I'm excited that we're here together. I just realized I was still holding my quartz crystal. I love this crystal. I, before I do any one of these lives, before I get on, I actually do a meditation and connecting with the consciousness, connecting with the energy, connecting with the message and my higher self, to be sure that I'm bringing out the best that I can bring out in these lives, because I do these because my desire is to serve and support you and support humanity in healing our relationship with money. So hello, I'm Beth Ann McMerrick. I'm the owner and creator of Divine Money Mastery, and here we weave together the elements of personal finance and spirituality. And what's spirituality anyway? Spirituality really is just another way of reconnecting within ourselves, doing through different modalities like yoga, meditation, chakra studying, Reiki, all different forms. There's all different forms of modality, but it's ultimately about getting reconnected with who we truly are, reconnecting with our heart and our soul. And in this particular live, we're going to be talking about, because we're in a new month of March, the phenomenal money goddess from the spirit perspective. And this is the goddess card that I drew for the month of March. So this will be the first video, part one, of the of these concepts that I'm going to be going over that I've been doing throughout this year. But this time I did a little bit different, and what I did actually was I recorded myself reading the card, and like I do for the new moon money readings, I do a new moon money reading on my podcast, Spirit of Money podcast, and I do a collective consciousness reading, and then what I do is I'll listen to my recording, and then I map out on my chakra body map where blocks are in the body and what triggers them. And so this time, for this particular goddess card, what I did was recorded myself reading the card, did the chakra body map, and then from that I pulled some specific things for us as a consciousness to reconnect with, for our higher learning and our higher knowing and our growth and our evolution as spirit beings and as financial money masters. So this particular one, the phenomenal money goddess from the spirit perspective. So ultimately her message is about reconnecting with our spiritual self, understanding our spiritual self, and seeing ourselves in a whole nother light than what we're used to seeing ourselves as a spirit being. The phenomenal money goddess, she actually was named after the poem from Maya Angelou of Phenomenal Woman. One of my very favorite poems is from Maya Angelou, Phenomenal Woman. And that's how this card starts, Spirit Beautiful. And the reason why this particular concept that we're going to be talking about today is so important is because when we have a disturbing view of our own beauty, of our own personal aesthetics, and what happens is we let our judgments about our physical self get in the way of our messages and our work and our passions and purposes. Because what happens is behind the scenes, and that all happens energetically, is that when we're projecting all these judgments against ourselves and our body and our appearance, we ultimately disrupt the vibration of love and light and energy that comes through our words and our passions that we're meaning to put out there. So this particular concept and what hit for us was in the crown chakra. We're doing this on the camera kind of thing. Let's see. On the crown chakra, it hits beauty and programmed. Beauty and programmed. And the message essentially is that we need to know our light. Our beauty is our light. And so I'm going to read this first the first paragraph here on this card, Spirit Beautiful. I see my spirit bright and beautiful, glowing in strength and divine feminine power. I am not my body. I am a spiritual divine presence that will last forever. My creations, messages, and heart are my unique sequences of wisdom, art, and love. Goddess card 26. And what this does is it's hitting in the crown chakra, this programmed belief of beauty. And our crown chakra is where we connect to our divine higher selves and where information and divine wisdom come through into ourselves. But when we block that, when we're blocking our crown chakra through our own judgments, and so we're in our head through our own judgments of what beauty is, it stops that information from coming through. It limits that. The channel of light gets smaller, so we're not able to bring in as much light into our body. We're not able to bring in as much light and wisdom into our information, into our programs, and into our products, and into our businesses, because we've only allowed ourselves to see it this way. Meaning, we have this view of what beauty is supposed to look like. Our society has a whole outline of what beauty is supposed to be looking like. And we focus on it so much to the detriment of our own individual selves. In fact, I went to India a few years ago, and I'm just a natural observer of the world and what messages are being sent out there. And one of the things that really surprised me about India was all the billboards and all the advertising that they did out there. And the billboards and the advertising that they focused on were education. In fact, there were only a couple of billboards that I saw that had anything to do with beauty, but they were in conjunction with weddings and creating a beautiful wedding and having the beautiful dress and those kinds of things. So it was more about creating this beautiful, lavish wedding, but it wasn't necessarily about their personal body beauty. The rest of it was all education for the kids, secondary education, adult education, education everywhere, private school education, just education was the big focus of all of these billboards. And just this last weekend, I was out doing my thing. And again, I'm a big observer. And so here I'm looking at these billboards that we have in Utah. And what are they? They're body sculpting video or billboards. They're, injection billboards, nose jobs, having breast augmentation. And I'm like, what is the message that we're getting and that we're sending to our children, to our young girls, and to our just the overall population, is that beauty is the most important thing, where it just really is not. I mean, it fades. It does not stay. And it doesn't even matter really, because the thing that I see the saddest thing happen is the most beautiful women that I know, that I see, and they are beautiful. And you can tell, I mean, the guys flock to them, the women flock to them. They're gorgeous, beautiful. And it's just sad to me to see how many women, beautiful, beautiful women, still think that they are not beautiful, that they still are comparing themselves to this idea of what beauty is. And when we start comparing ourselves and we start judging ourselves, and we basically lower our vibration, we stop that flow of money into us, we stop that flow of opportunities, we resist the opportunities, we resist money, because what we're doing, we're blocking it, because we're ultimately subconsciously sending out that vibration that we're not good enough. I've done it way too long. And the thing to know is that our light is what's so beautiful. The light of who we are is what's so beautiful. That the light of us is what's going to last forever. I remember this beautiful woman when I was in high school. So this was like, what, 40? No, I'm not that old yet. No, it was like 35 years ago when I was in high school. My very first job was out at Hill Air Force Base, and there was this woman there that just really inspired me to be a strong woman, to be okay with my intelligence, to go for what I wanted. And, I mean, and I still think about her today. And it wasn't, what she looked like that inspired me. It was her energy and her connection with me and how she supported me and inspired me and lifted me up in just my own self-confidence, and that she saw something in me that I didn't see at that time. And so we each have that ability to share our life, our light, our love, our inspiration, and to anybody, to everybody. And that's what's going to last forever. She's passed now, but she still comes to my mind. She still comes to my heart all of the time. When I think about her, I'm getting verklempt, because her light and her love is what has lasted forever and will last the rest of my life. And I'm sure the rest of the lives of other individuals that she touched. So the big message from the Phenomenal Money Goddess is know that you are phenomenal, however you are, whatever shape, size, color, creed, pimple, no pimple, mole, no mole, gaps, no gaps. That your beauty is from the light that you bring into the world, and through your inspiration, through your wisdom, and through your love that you share into the world. That's what true beauty is. That's what true beauty is. Not the crap that we see on the billboards here in Utah. And probably in your place too, in your country. So, money action, what do? Share that light. Start seeing that light and seeing that love within yourself. One of the things that I've started doing this last year, which has been such a different, is the meditation. Like I talked about, I have my crystal that I just love here, and I do a meditation where I basically focus on myself, and I just see myself with the light just pouring in, and I just focus on that. I just keep seeing that light coming in, coming in, coming in, and let that be what I share out in the world, is that light that I bring in through me, and focus in on that service and that message that is divinely meant for me to bring forward. So I know you have some divine messages and divine light to bring forward, some beautiful love that you get to share. Don't let your judgments of your own personal beauty of your body get in the way of that, because that's not going to last. The physical body is not going to last, but the love and the light that you have to share is. So there you go, part 1. Thank you so much. I love you, my Divine Money peeps. I'll see you next week. Peace in.